Oh my.
What's up? Back again. Back again. Back again. Welcome to Lab After Dark. Flipper. Not feeling good today, but I'm okay. We're all right. Thank you. It's good to see you guys. Not the last show that I did on the lab, but the show before that, there was a young gentleman questioning, kind of the practices of my YouTube channel. By the way, I'm going to say this, and we're going to listen to a conversation between this guy and Don. And I don't want people in the chat, just try to stay away from like the vulgar names and stuff because, I think that, we can do it that way. I think so. I know so. So I think that's how we'll do it. But it's a conversation that is going to be, it's interesting on several different counts. Most of it is just ridiculous, but let's just try our best. I get it. And by the way, I appreciate all you guys defending me. You guys are awesome always. But let's just call out, hypocrisy when we see it. Since that's what happens to me. But somebody asked how Macho and Otis are doing. They're fantastic. They're loving their life. Macho's just a little chunky butt. Did I do subscribers only? I thought I did that. Didn't I change that? Yeah, it's on subscribers only. Like, I don't care if you have reactions, but I'm just saying, because what happens is usually when I get reviewed or when anybody gets reviewed, it becomes very personal. It becomes like, hey, this guy's fat, he's stupid, he's an idiot, he's gross, he's I don't know, gay. Sometimes people say he's straight, it's just whatever. I don't really care. But, that's not exactly what I do on YouTube. That's not really what we do on YouTube. But, I am definitely going to have my opinion about it. Didn't say there was. I'm just saying that that's been thrown at me as an insult, and not that I would care. I'm just saying it's one of many. It's not an insult because you're right. There is nothing wrong. So, yeah, this should be interesting. Should be fun and interesting. Let me say hello to some of the live viewers here. Karen, great phone call earlier. Chris says, I don't care if you're gay. I'm here for summer. Thank you. Well, you're tall, dark, and handsome. Thank you. There's good. Now I want you to know this too. I could not edit this. I just couldn't edit it. There was no like there was just it would have just taken all day. So there's lots of F's and stuff. Okay. So we'll let them do the cussing. And it should be and by the way, Pearl May, thank you for becoming a lab rat. Appreciate it. All right, without further ado, let's just get into it. Where are we here? Okay, here we go. I'm going to get mad if they say bad things about you, just so you know. People say bad things about me all the time. That's okay. I don't really. People say good things about me too. Some people say really nice things about me. Most of you guys. You know what I mean? I know where my love's at. I'm not too worried about it. It used to bother me a little bit more. But there are no ends, I don't believe. I don't think. Anyway, Don's Ulcers in the house. What up? Here we go.
That link is only for Don. Nobody else.
Okay, so the ham glazer, what he's doing here is he's ranting about. By the way, I was on I was on Doug's channel many moons ago. Don and I were having a conversation. I don't know if he thought that this was live or this happened recently, but it was like, it was close to 2 years ago. And Doug was playing something that had me in it. Sometimes he blacks my face out. Sometimes he doesn't. That's immaterial. And so no, he didn't call me the N-word. Nobody called me the N-word. Don, I think, has before. But that's really it. And basically he's telling him, like, it's hard to defend you because you don't stay off YouTube, like, and all this stuff. And is telling him to stay off of YouTube while Don is asking for a link to talk to him. He wants to come up. He wants to come up and talk to him after this guy's telling him. After this guy's been telling him all these things, stay off YouTube. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. So he criticizes us for having Don on and talking to Don about personal issues, and then that's exactly what he does here.
I was going to stop this.
But he's like, I put the link out for Don and Don only.
I was going to stop this.
And Don's in the chat wanting up.
And please don't, at this point, please don't fucking super chat me. Thank you. I appreciate it.
The F word's a common theme. I'm not offended by the N word, or I am offended by the N word. I'm not offended by the F word. But it's interesting to hear the way that people talk, because they're always saying, like, we're like mean, or we say horrible things or whatever, but like, I don't know the guy, and I don't care to know him, but just listen to the way he talks.
It. Don't fucking send any super chats. Don't catch at me. Don't do none of that.
So what he's doing, he wants to make it what he's doing is he's setting up this thing where he's like, hey, I'm having Don on. Don't super chat me. Don't PayPal me. Don't do this. Don't do that. I'm better than them. I would never do that. I don't want to make any money off of Summer Wells' name. And, you know, you get what I'm saying? It's a cheap trick and it's boring.
Shit. Please. I had no expectation that Don was going to come up here.
He may be telling the truth on that, but I don't know.
Do not.
He's like, you know, I don't know.
Not at this point send me any super chats. Nothing. I don't want them.
We heard you the
This
first
is not
time.
about that.
We heard you the first time. And keep trying to convince yourself.
How's it going, bud?
Don has entered the building.
It's been better, dude.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's been way better in my life.
So he says that he's mad. This is what he's mad about. He's mad because Don keeps going on YouTube, and then Don's like, well, let me up. And so he does. Never heard of such a thing.
I guarantee you that.
I know. I understand that.
I understand the frustration.
And Pearl May, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. And, you know, if he shows up here in another name or he wants a link, I'm not debating him, because I'm not going to debate somebody who's going to just sit there and calls me like a shithead or an idiot or whatever. I'm not going to talk to somebody like that. I'm not going to talk to somebody like that. I'm just not. He has no interest in talking normal.
Frustration too. I'll be straight up honest with you. I totally understand the frustration. I've been dealing with this frustration for 2 years, bro.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it. You're not my friend. We won't go there. Hey.
Don said that to me too.
It is what it is.
It doesn't mean that I don't care about you, and it doesn't mean that I don't want the best for you.
Well, I appreciate
I don't want
that.
you to confuse that.
You
I don't have any animosity.
I totally get the frustration. I totally understand what these other channels are going through. Even Doug that can't seem to comprehend stuff.
So he had already done an entire live about me talking to Don, or a whole show about me. And then I got caught up in Doug's whatever because of some old content, and got thrown into the mix.
Or whatever. I understand the frustration. You know, I've been frustrated for 2 years now, completely frustrated. My life and my family has been completely torn apart in the past 2 years.
By YouTubers.
So if y'all think you're frustrated, put yourself in my shoes.
So Don, let me ask you this, because I'm going to ask you some hard questions. You asked to come up here.
They're not very hard questions.
I didn't invite you up here.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
And by the way, Don actually comes off like, imagine a conversation that 2 people are having. By the way, Don admits that he's a little drunk here, but like, imagine Don being the sane one in the conversation.
A couple drinks to try to ease the pain in my back. I'm in so much damn pain, I can't stand it. So I've had a few drinks.
That's fine. I mean, I'm not judging you for that.
All right.
Now,
I've had a few drinks myself. I don't know if he has or not.
How at this point can what I'm saying is,
what are you saying?
What?
You haven't said it yet.
How are you not more pissed off about this than I am, and just saying fuck YouTube?
I have. You want me to answer? Or you want me to wait till the end?
Why can't you just, at this point, just see the damage that has been done and the damage that you've contributed to, Don? Be honest.
Well, I understand that. Yeah, I've got in there and acted like a jackass in every way.
I care about you acting like a jackass, but talking about things that are irrelevant to the case,
which is basically acting like a jackass. I mean, what he's saying is I act like a jackass. I don't care if you act like a jackass. You know, you could run around with your shirt off and, you know, stick your belly on a window where a cafe is and scare people. I don't care about that. But, you know.
And making your personal life public to everyone in the world.
Well, the problem with that, too, is that there's a national Amber Alert for his child. So what do you expect?
Do you see the damage that it's done to Summer's case?
I've never been in this situation in my life. I didn't give a damn about YouTube or social media ever in my life. You know, once upon a time, I thought 95% of the people in the world were good people. You know, back when I had all my kids.
By the way, and I this is a lot of cookie cutter stuff with Don. Like, I've heard him say this kind of stuff more than once. Anyway,
and everything was fine, and I trusted everybody. Now I trust hardly no one anymore.
But that's not true, Don. Okay, no, I'm going to call you on your bullshit.
Oh, well, no, just because I get hold up.
I would never like sit up there and let another grown man talk to me like that. I just wouldn't.
Well, you're saying that you don't trust anybody,
just because
but you are showing trust. You are showing trust to all these other YouTubers that are just looking to crucify you. Why are you doing that? Why do you continue to do it?
Good words, because that's exactly what it is. Because I give Doug a chance again and try to trust him, because he comes at me like, man, I'm sorry, bro. I'm your best friend. And man, we just want to get to the truth and blah, blah, blah. You know, I give him the benefit of the doubt, and I trusted him again like a dumbass. I totally agree with you.
The thing is, Don seems to be a pretty forgiving guy, or I don't know. I mean, it's like he's used to bad relationships, I think.
You know, I totally agree with you.
You know what makes me most mad is now you're up here and this is going to get used for content by them and get twisted.
Yes.
Because I'm coming at you and I'm being honest about my feelings about how you've been doing this, and they're going to twist this
as such a crybaby.
As
they will.
Even the Glare is attacking Don Wells. And
I don't think that you're attacking him. I just think that you're doing the same thing that you accuse everybody else of doing.
Blah, 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 blah.
And it seems obvious.
And I don't, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I know. I get it. I totally understand the frustration.
Bridget, he does seem a little in his feelings.
I mean, this has been going on for 2 years now.
Imagine, and this is another thing too. Imagine taking up for Don when we're having a conversation about him doing inappropriate things with his sisters. I mean, that was what he was doing before this.
It's crazy.
It's been 2 years, Don. Like, I'm telling you, get the fuck off of YouTube altogether.
But before you do, hop on up here.
Why do you feel the need to continue to talk to these YouTubers?
Why did you put the link out?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Because Doug Josh,
what?
The Lab,
what?
And
Doug Josh of the
others,
Lab.
You know, they create a mob. They're coming after us full force.
You mean talking about the case and the inconsistencies in the case and how you don't seem to be doing proper things? I mean, that's it. I don't know if they've ever heard my show. I did a show tonight. I don't think I called anybody a bad word, did I? Did I call anybody a bad name? When was the last time I called anybody a bad name?
I'm willing to go live to try to.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber.
Stop that mob.
Of course he is.
But
he's the internet police.
Destroying
Captain Doofy.
My wife. They're destroying my family. I have zero chance of ever seeing my boys again because of this mob type atmosphere that they keep creating. And they're going full force to crucify us, in your words, to crucify us in every way that they can. And now I have no hope no more for my life.
So I've gotten this rap from Don before. Seems to be when he's drinking. And I truly hope like that, you know, if that's how he's feeling, I don't want him to hurt himself. I don't want anybody to hurt themselves.
Okay. I have zero hope left for my life.
All right. Can we talk man to man?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
That's what you're saying right now. Because what you're saying right now,
I like this like man to man stuff. Can we talk man to man? Can we talk human to human? Man up. What do you mean? Like what? Do what you're supposed to do? No, man up. You mean do what you're supposed to do? Well, yeah. What's that got to do with being a man? It's just called being a human. Just do it.
Is extremely alarming. And most of the time when people talk to me like this, I say, get off.
A lot of people talk to you like this.
And call a helpline because
I'm not qualified. For me.
I'm not qualified to help you.
There is no helpline. There is no helpline for me. If I call the helpline in Hawkins County, they're going to come out and arrest me and put me in 23-hour lockdown. That's the helpline I get, bro.
And I didn't understand that either. But he obviously doesn't trust Hawkins County.
You want to know what the best thing? I'm gonna put my balls out there right here, dude. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it.
Beautiful.
The best thing that ever happened to me before I even started this channel, me doing what I'm doing right now, me being who I am right now, started with me getting locked up against my will.
I've been locked up most of my life, bro. I have over 5 years.
Don,
23-hour lockdown. Okay.
Let me talk.
All right. I'm letting you talk. I know all about. I'm pissed too. You think
why is he? You know, I saw a little bit. What he said. Why is he so mad? Why is he so mad? Is it because that he's been defending Don? It's a tough gig, no doubt about it. Defending Don is a rough look, and he knows that. Even Don would tell you that it's hard to defend Don. But who's been locked up longer? Who gives a damn?
I know you have a right.
You don't think I have a right to be pissed?
Don, listen to me.
I am.
Don, you listen to me.
Listening to you.
The best thing that
listen to him. He's got all the answers. It's great answers.
That ever happened to me, what saved my life was me getting locked up against my will because people tried to save my life from hurting myself.
And we're glad about that, honestly.
And I could say the same thing.
And now we have a who's is bigger contest.
All right,
I can say the same thing. I'm not doing no drugs. I'm not breaking no laws. I'm legit
about that. I'm not talking about that.
I mean, I'm doing everything I can to do what these sons of bitches want me to do. And it's not enough for these motherfuckers.
Why does what they want you to do matter? Who gives a fuck what they want you to do?
Who cares what you want them to do?
Why does what they want you to do matter?
Why does it matter what you want him to do? And obviously, and by the way, he's like, he begs him here. You're here. Please don't go on anybody. This is the same thing that Don's other handler did.
What everyone here is thinking, and some people are going to cheer for me for saying that. Some people are going to fucking shit all over me for saying it. But
I'll choose the latter, Alex. Thank you. I'll choose Dookie on him for 1,000. Alex,
the only thing that you need to be doing is focusing on creating a home that is safe for Summer to come home to, because we have hope for Summer coming home.
I have a home.
I do.
I have a home in East Tennessee that we've remodeled. We've got it done. We've got it painted. We've done a lot of work, and it's sitting there. But I can't get a job in East Tennessee thanks to you know the whole story. I ain't got to go there. But right now I'm sitting here. I can't even walk no more.
Now, about this, it would not shock me in the least if Don has a hurt back. It just wouldn't. I don't know. I don't think it's a sympathy ploy, but I don't know. Maybe it is.
I can't walk. I'm crippled now.
Yikes.
I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know.
I still to this day don't drive a car because I don't need to. I realize that I don't need to.
Did I miss something? I don't know. Did I miss something? I don't drive a car anymore. I don't know why. Maybe there's a backstory to that. I'll shoot him an email and see if I can get some clarification.
That's awesome.
I make money. I support myself. I do what I have to do. And when it came to having to do what I had to do for my kid,
yeah,
I went from renting.
Yeah, and that's what this is. He talks over Don the entire time.
A room for $300 because I was perfectly comfortable. I went from renting a room for $300.
Yeah.
But no, there's nothing wrong with that. You're right. No. But what happened was I was in a position. I won't get into these.
I said Pearl May gifted 5 memberships. I wanted to say thank you.
Details on that.
Everybody keeps asking who this is. It's another YouTube channel that hates me and mocks me and makes fun of me and says, mean things about me, and then talks about the way that I cover cases. Not that I care.
But I was in a position to where I had to take my kid in.
Oh, what a novel idea.
And thinking that he was perfectly safe with his mom. Turned out he wasn't. And I went and I worked my ass off to be able to earn enough money for a 2-bedroom apartment for the both of us. I fought for him in court, and
I'm not putting his name. I'm not putting his name in the chat. I'm not putting his chat link out there. Don't ask.
Won custody of him.
Right.
Being somebody who had at the time no different than the same habits you have.
Right. I get that.
But I did what I had to do.
Well, I'm trying to do
so the people in this chat and everybody watching you and everybody wants to know why the fuck you're not doing the same thing and why you're
because he doesn't, because that's what you don't get. And maybe you do get it. What are you trying to force him to care? Are you trying to force him to show compassion and empathy? That's not what he does. He's never done that. And he's not going to do that because you're telling him to. And no one cares that you said, turn the chat off, turn off the monetization. I'm sure you didn't. Again, and by the way, your excuse for streaming an entire trial is about bringing facts. Those aren't facts that you're bringing. You're just streaming a trial of a kid that was murdered, you tragedy pimp.
Worried about why the fuck people on YouTube are your concern. Why the fuck do you care what people on YouTube are saying about you? Just fucking worry about getting your shit done.
Okay, I am doing everything they
or you're grounded
are requiring us to do, and we just completed a class and got certificates for parenting. Just completed that.
Okay.
I still have a class to do for drug and alcohol classes. I got 23 hours left of that or whatever. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Yes, sir.
But, all right, let me stop you right there.
All right.
And I'm doing this out of respect.
Right. Totally. Very respectful human.
All right.
Those details are none of anybody's business. I'm begging you to just cut yourself off of YouTube altogether.
But first, let's have this conversation
and get whatever you have to do done,
right,
to create a home for Summer to come home to if she's found safely. And we all have hope that Summer's going to be found safely. That's what I'm begging you to do. We're all begging you to do it.
I've completely
Lori, and I understand, and I get it. I do.
Our house in East Tennessee, we've almost completely remodeled. That's done. But I cannot get.
Don comes out looking like the smarter one in the conversation. It's pretty impressive.
No work in East Tennessee.
Understood.
Because of everything.
But I bet you anything that if you just, it's going to take some time. It's going to take token of effort after token of effort after token of effort after token of effort to convince anybody in the drywall industry to be able.
It's the finishing industry, not necessarily a drywaller. He's a finisher. I think there's a difference, honestly.
To say, I'm going to take a chance on this guy because I know his heart's in the right place and I know what he's going through. I'm going to take a chance on him. You got to convince those guys. You got to work that much harder to convince those people to give you an opportunity.
Here's the problem. I work for Richard Tucker in East Tennessee, Richard Home Builders.
Please don't say names.
Please don't say names. Everybody already knows about Tucker Drywall.
Please don't say names.
It's been out there since day 4.
It's already out there. His name's already out there.
All right.
You know, and that's who I.
Please don't say his name. Why? Because Jesus. Well, they already wrote about him in the Bible. Okay.
I worked for 13 years straight, 7 days a week to raise my children for 13 years straight. To raise my children. I never had no assistance. I'm trying.
Don't use his name. Don't use his name. Darth Vader, Star Wars voice actor, James Earl Jones.
Really hard not to cuss, but I get so mad. I worked 7 days a week for 13 years straight to support my children. Never got no damn food stamps or anything or assistance from the state. And
I feel that, man. I feel that.
I feel it too. It's awesome, man.
You know, trust and now me. I'm 58. I'm broke down. I got a herniated or ruptured disc on my back right now.
And I believe that.
You know, and I'm going to try to go to work Mondays. As much pain as it's going to cause me, I'm still going to try. Whether I'm going to be able to or not, I don't.
So when were we going to get back to talking about Summer?
I don't know. I can't even walk right now.
You will.
I'm going to try.
You will.
I got a really good job here working for my boss. I worked for here for years. When we first had our first boy, this is where I was. And my buddy was so glad to see me. And man, we're like brothers. And now, and all of a sudden this happened in my back, you know, but, so it's up to God, bro. It's totally up to God what happens next. I'm trying everything.
It's funny too, because as Don really is pushing religion, like we're not religious. He's just talking about God a lot, and you could tell like he really wasn't interested in hearing about God.
You know, I'm trying. I really am, bro. And I'm doing the classes. We completed a class just like yesterday, right, baby?
Yeah.
I think that you truly believe that you are.
I don't think he does.
But every time you show up on YouTube trying to defend yourself,
yes,
you're contradicting that image.
Because there's nothing you can.
No, I don't think he's contradicting the image. The image is the image. It is what it is.
You can tell these people. I don't care if you show them.
So stop.
Yeah.
I mean, where does somebody get the balls?
Okay. All right.
And Don, I'm shocked that Don just lets him, because he's not listening to him. He doesn't care. And you know, I don't know what the purpose of this was.
You know what I mean? Just fucking stop and only put all your energy, all of your energy in focusing on building your home back. That is a home for Summer to be welcome to come home.
I mean, dude, that's what you don't get about this. The kids that he had that are accounted for aren't coming back. If Summer is found alive, and let's pray that she is, she's not going back there. I don't think that they will ever see Summer ever again. And I think that they know that, even if she's found.
And I think I agree with you on that. I really do. It's just when I see this mob atmosphere start kicking up and stuff, and they're going to come out and crucify me, I feel like I have to defend my family. You know, what any father would do. You know, and that's what. But I think that you're right. I really do. I just totally went silent. I think that would probably be the most right thing to do.
It would be.
I mean,
I have told Don to stay off of YouTube as well. I didn't demand it. I didn't yell at him for it. I didn't get upset for him not doing it. Don, don't you dare.
I know it would be.
And I get that. And I
I mean, it's honestly kind of a cringy conversation,
totally have respect.
especially after like yelling at people for talking about Don or having Don on their panels or whatever. I mean, it's one of the bigger hypocritical moves I've seen.
For what you're saying. I really do. And I think about this all the time.
Don, I want the best for you, man.
I
really
appreciate
do.
that.
And I want the best for Candace.
Mhm.
And I want the best for your boys, and whatever's going on with your boys and why they're not home with you is none of anybody's business. But every time that you go on somebody's YouTube channel, you
Yeah.
are you don't think that CPS sees these things.
Oh,
You
not
don't think that
not
TBI
only
sees these things. You
not
don't
only
think-
not only
mean-
does CPS see this stuff, they're in the chat.
Great reason to stop.
I know they are.
Okay,
They're
so
fighting
why the
us.
fuck do you do it, dude?
Right. I get it. I get it. I get it. I agree with you.
So kick him off if you're so worried about it.
I'm not fighting you, bro. I'm not.
And his justification is, well, if I'm going to talk about the same thing I say, I never invite Don on. I've never invited him on my show, but he's been in the chat before. And as I'm, saying things, he has the right to retort. But like, I'm not like this. I'm not going, oh my God, I would never do it. Blah, blah, blah.
Not fighting with you either.
I agree. I agree. It's so screwed up, man. It's like, I totally agree with you 100%. It's just,
Dude, these people, like I'm telling you, and
I
like
know.
again, at the risk of losing every subscriber I have,
That's not going to happen.
I don't know these fucking people, dude. If they turn on me, then they fucking turn on me. You know what?
This is that like fall on the sword moment for him where he's like, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for your family. I don't care if I lose everything. I don't care. I'm doing this for you.
What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna scrub floors if I have to. I'm gonna wash dishes if I
Right.
have to. I'm gonna flip burgers if I have to. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I gotta do.
Awesome.
right.
It doesn't matter. They're not gonna stop me from living my life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do, sir.
And the things that are important to me in my life, these people are never going to matter in the process of
Right.
getting those things fucking done.
Yes, sir.
Ever.
Is it? I don't know.
I love and I'm grateful, but that's where my limitation goes. I am merely grateful for what I've built here on YouTube, but I risk it every single time I go live.
So brave of you. So brave of you. I mean, it really is absolutely brave of you.
Every single time I don't, if it goes like that, for being honest, at least I was honest.
Well, yeah, that's what
See
we
what I'm
got to
saying?
be. Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
definitely.
But
Yeah, I'm
but
not
you,
asking you.
but
I'm not
the
asking you to
difference is-
sugarcoat anything.
the difference is, Don, is that I worked my ass off to earn these people's respect.
And destroyed it in what, 20 minutes?
Well, I understand that. too.
I've been doing this for 4 fucking years. I worked my ass off to earn my chat's respect.
And I get that.
You have done the counter of that.
It's the opposite.
I get that. I get that. I mean, but when you lose a child and you don't know what, and you lose your fucking mind. I mean, I don't give a fuck who you are. Excuse me for cussing, sir. I
No,
don't
please
care if you-
fucking cuss.
Okay,
Like that's what I'm trying to
okay.
tell you. I don't give a
So, let me see. Josh, play the taped conversation between these two before this combo, please. I don't. What do you mean? What do you mean?
fuck. I always
All right.
cuss on this channel because I don't give a
Okay.
fuck about
I
ad
don't care.
revenue. I never have.
I don't care if you're Andre the
Please, be
motherfucking
honest.
giant. You
Right.
take fucking Andre the Giant's little girl.
Cuss, Don, cuss. Do it. You'll feel so much better. Why don't you just blow up one of those little, what are those little gloves and draw a face on and tell him to smash the bad man's face?
You're going to lose your fucking mind. I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not going to be able to deal with it, man. It's going to tear you apart. You're going to lose it. You're going to go crazy.
I've never been through what you're going through, and I fully admit that. And I have always defended you in that regard, and I will always
I've never been through it either.
Defend you in that regard. I am merely up here,
my little girl,
begging you.
I'm listening to you.
He begs him not to go on anybody's channel, and then Don's like, I'm going to keep my promise, and then Don goes on somebody's channel this morning.
But my little girl, man, it was my whole world. She meant the whole freaking world to me, bro. And she was.
Well, just let him talk, dude. Let him talk. You don't need to, after every sentence, every stop, you don't have to interject. Just listen to him.
Everything to me. Something I've never had in my entire life. All I've had is hate and people stabbing my back my whole life. And here comes my beautiful little girl, Summer. And it was the most enjoyable time of my entire life. And then somebody stole her from me.
All right. Let me share something with you. My name is my channel name. My name is Will. And if you address me, I would prefer that you address me as Will, because that's my name.
Okay? This is so funny.
But my channel's name is The Glarer, and Glarer is an acronym.
Do you know what an acronym is?
And it stands for gratitude,
okay,
logic, and 3 A's.
3 A's. I didn't know. What?
Accountability.
Okay.
Asphyxiation. Aspiration.
All right.
Autoimmune deficiency.
Gratitude, logic.
He lost track.
Gratitude, logic.
Gratitude, logic, AAA.
Accountability.
Yep.
And I'm very
rationality.
Accountability, rationality, rashes in general.
Yeah,
logic, tons of it.
Empathy and resilience.
I mean, that is such, like, that is so funny. My name's The Glarer. That's awesome.
Right.
Those things I try to apply to every decision that I make in my life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're doing it right now. That's pretty awesome. Would you get that in a fortune cookie?
I asked you, Cadillac, I appreciate you, but please don't super chat me anymore.
Oh, you got a super chat while Don was on there. Oh my God. It's almost like saying, please don't, is almost like saying, hey, do it. What do they call that? Virtue? Was it virtue signaling? Is that what it's called? I'm Will.
This is not about that. I just haven't been able to turn them off.
I have much gratitude for God, you know.
And then Don just sneaks back in there.
I really do. I mean, because it could be totally a whole lot worse, actually. It could be way worse.
I don't know how much worse it could be for you, Don. To be honest with you, and in all honesty, it couldn't be worse for you. Not in my opinion. But I'm glad that you're a glass half full kind of guy.
I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
My name is The Lab. It's an acronym. It stands for Love All Be Good. And I try to apply that to everything in my life.
I don't know.
And then that weird lady Heels is like clip something about me. She's on me too. Which is funny, but like she loves the Glazer.
It's been so horrific.
Even though the Glazer is like, you know, apparently, you know, he's immune from, you know, being a scumbag. It's just the rest of us, apparently.
I mean, but I still have to have gratitude towards God no matter what. I mean, because we're not
God, we're barely halfway through.
promised anything.
But a real important part of that for me has been accountability.
Right? I get that.
That is one of his acronyms. The A is for accountability. And if I was a mean person, I would say add a fourth A in there and call yourself an asshole.
I get that.
Accountability means,
but I would never say that. I would never say that's not the kind of person that I am. I would never say, you know, that add a fourth A.
There's no excuses. It's
Right.
up to
And
me
you
to
know
do
what?
whatever the fuck I have to do.
Right.
Accountability
and you know
is
and
key.
I'll be straight
I've had this kind of conversation, was usually with it was like a baseball coach in Little League.
up with you. In my life, I haven't been very accountable. I've been a screw up for most of
Oh man, guys, please don't send me any super chats. Don't do that. Not while I'm talking about Dawn. I'm just kidding. Let me go through them real quick here. Stephanie, thank you. Girl says Dawn's hair, scale of 1 to 10. She's rocking a 3. You chopped their convo better than Onion News. You chopped their convo better than Onion News. I don't know what that means. Is that a hater? I definitely didn't chop any of it. It's all there. Virtue signaling, Mariah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Jerry Max, super chat the show.
my life straight.
I mean, Don,
I'll be
if I'm
straight
being honest with you,
you.
dude, you're making
No.
excuses right now.
I'm not trying to make no excuses.
I know you're not. We do
I
this
mean,
unconsciously. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're mad about that. I think they're mad. They said that was bullying. Imagine that.
Okay, well, how am I making an excuse?
Oh, Lori, no.
Because you're saying, well, my back's fucked up. And you're saying, well,
it's not an excuse. He's just saying his back's messed up.
Well, you know,
how's that an excuse?
No, okay, I'm sorry.
Everybody's attacking me. That's
okay, right.
That's not gonna get you to where you need
Everybody's attacking me
to be. I promise you that it's not going to.
Okay, well, you asked me why I go live on these people's channel, but I don't give a damn.
You do.
I don't. It don't matter. I understand now. It don't matter if I show them proof positive. It don't matter if I give them absolute truth and show them documents or whatever. It still don't matter. It's not going to change their opinion. It don't matter what you say to them.
Fair enough. No, I agree with you. Can you
Great minds think alike.
You sit here and deny that any of these people that you've chosen to go on their channels, that goes from Cher to White Boy to Doug to Josh. Do any of these people have
Cher, Doug, White Boy, and Josh? God, man. Got thrown in there. It's all right.
Have they ever actually shown you any evidence that they give a fuck about finding your daughter?
Oh, you know what? You're really what a whack ass thing for you to say, because you're the one that doesn't care. To tell somebody what they do, what they care about and don't care about is ridiculous. And it's stupid. And it's something an unintelligent person would do. And Will, I'm not saying that I wouldn't debate you, but it wouldn't go that well. You're not as clever as you think you are. You're not funny. You're not quick-witted at all. You're not. No offense. That's not me being offensive. You're just not as smart as you think you are. Not even close. I mean, you feel this like God complex or something. It's really, really creepy.
Well, I think a lot of people do actually care.
Thank you, Don.
We're all human. I'm not going to talk bad about any of them. I won't even talk bad about Doug or even
Yes,
Josh.
as a matter of fact, I'm sorry, 1 second. Cherry Yes, turn off the chat.
Another brave move by the Glazer.
This is between me and Don.
This is between us and us alone. We're going to go at this alone. Let us be. We're hiking to Mount Everest. Turn the chat off. Don't super chat me.
Don wanted to come up here. It's
I'm
public.
not gonna
turn off
bad.
the chat.
I'm not
Turn
gonna
off the
talk.
chat.
I'm not gonna talk bad about them because
Stupidest.
they're human and they're discouraged. They want truth, and I understand all that, and I can't.
That's right. This is a man's conversation. This is for the man, the men to talk. You turn it off. Turn it off. We'll do it live. My name's not Doug, but thank you.
Talk bad about not one of them, even though I want to. I want to attack them. You damn right, but I can't.
Please do. I mean, feel free. Do it. I mean, wouldn't be the first time.
Do that no more. I'm not going to attack them.
Yeah, I mean, because all anybody ever wants to know, Don, is what you're doing to find Summer. They're always going to judge
the first good point that he's made.
You on that.
And part of that has been going on YouTube to bring, in different channels to bring awareness about Summer, even though they've been nothing but hate us and attack us and everything else. It still brought awareness
That's okay,
to Summer.
Don't worry about it.
Even though it's been very
That's fair.
bad.
That's fair. That's fair.
What are you, an umpire?
But it's been 2 years.
I'm like, tomorrow, I'm not going to be on tomorrow. And tomorrow's going to be such a good day. Like, I'm going to be like my kids and my sister, her kids are coming over, and we're going to barbecue and hang out. And it's going to be awesome.
And all you've seen is, have you seen a positive effect from that?
No.
Right. That's my point.
Right.
Because I get your point.
mean,
I agree. I'm not questioning your intentions. I'm not questioning your integrity or your intentions. I'm not doing that.
But at
I'm
this
saying
point,
that
this point, yeah, right. Right. At this point,
we're on the same.
Let's see how many sentences we can both start almost at the exact same time.
There's nothing more that YouTubers can do for Summer at this point.
Ali, I was gonna say that. Yeah, he reminds me of a young Tony Robbins,
and I agree with that. I mean, no more than
that's not true. Well, that's not true. I mean, but you're right. No, you're right. I agree with you. You're right.
Okay, so is it not true, or is he not? Is he right, or is he wrong?
I interrupted before you finished.
No, you're good, bro.
You're right. There's no other than sharing her picture.
Right.
There's nothing else anybody can really do for Summer. Right. And I'm justifying my shit because I'm calling out the people that are counterproductive to that because of what the TBI has said. But
his TBI told us not to talk about the case. Is that what they said?
There's been a lot of things.
But I don't want to. But let me do the dirty work, dude. You know,
I mean, dude, Don's cheerleader. That's what he wants to be. You deserve this for just having to review this, dude. I usually don't review people, but I'm kind of liking this.
You know what I mean?
Maybe I'll do this for forever from now. Just review everything this guy does.
Let me be the bad guy. Let me take these fuckers on.
Bring it on, Will.
I'm fine with that, bro. Thank you.
let me fight your fight as far as that goes.
Man, you are a warrior.
Yes, sir.
Let me worry about these shitty YouTubers. That's what I do.
Yeah. You are a shitty YouTuber. Exactly.
And I appreciate that. I really do.
I will continue to do that. I promise you with all my heart, I will continue to do that.
I love you, Don.
Anybody who uses Summer's name to capitalize on their own shit and spin bullshit narratives that muddy the waters, and people who call the TBI 1-800-TBI find helpline.
It was funny. He was mad that Doug called TBI about something that I don't know. I don't think it was important, but he was like, dude, you stopped somebody from getting help or justice or something like that. And I was sitting there thinking, I'm pretty sure TBI has more than one line. Like I don't think that you're going to catch a busy signal. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to review everything he does.
To muddy the waters and wait resources that are there to help find Summer and other missing kids in Tennessee.
Absolutely.
Let me shit all over them. This is what I do.
Is it?
You just focus.
And you're honestly not very good at it either. Honestly, in all honesty, like you can say like mean things and call people stupid and shitheads and dummies and tragedy pimps, but like nothing you're saying is clever or intellectual. None of it. Not even a bit. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. It's not deterring. It doesn't make me want to stop doing anything. You don't shame me in any way. No, it has absolutely zero effect on me.
It's on making a home for Summer to come.
And why your butthole's wound so tight about this, I have no idea.
Home to when she's found, because I believe she's going to be found.
Okay. All right. You got it, bro. You got it.
I'm going to hold you to that, Don.
All right. All right.
Or I'm going to spank your bottom.
Okay. Okay. All right. I will do that, sir.
And Don, you know, honestly, I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised.
And call me anytime. I mean, I understand the aggravation. I get it. Everybody's going through it. Everybody's human. We have to forgive everybody. We have to love everybody.
I'm mad for you, Don. Okay.
Right?
Oh, sweet.
I lost my temper on my live stream because I'm mad for you. Okay.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
You know, because I know what your intentions are. But
and
God damn it, dude.
At the same time, we still have to understand what Doug's going through, what Josh is going through.
What am I going through?
What Doug's going through.
I know. Yeah, but all these people.
How nice of you, Will. What gratitude, empathy, graciousness, lethargicness. Is there an S in Glare? Special needs?
People they got thousands of people watching their videos and stuff.
Fuck
and
those thousands of people who support that shit.
Support what? Normal conversations where you're not scolding another man of a missing child. And like I said, I'm shocked that Don just sat there like that.
I know.
Don't worry about that. That's your.
And by the way, Glazer, sorry, you can't really think, my friend, that you are qualified to give Don advice of what to do to straighten his life up. I don't even try to do that at all.
Problem is you keep worrying about that. You worry about Summer coming home,
but we
working your shit out with her mom, and that's it.
But we still have to think, man, these people are human. They're our brothers and our sisters, and we have to, bro.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
I know.
Those are grown-ups. Just like I'm holding you accountable
holding them accountable. I mean, you're changing his life right in front of us. This is amazing.
Are holding you accountable to doing what you need to do. Those fuckers need to do what they need to do and focus on their own shit. And they can find something else to grift off of, and I'll shit on them for that too.
Can't wait, buddy. I'm sure it won't be any fun to watch.
But that's you don't have to fight for these thousands of people that listen to them. You don't have to.
They're not the ones. They're not talking about you. So what you're telling him doesn't mean anything because you're not, like you said, you're not in a situation. Maybe he feels like he has to. Should he do it? I don't think so. Am I going to tell a 58-year-old man what to do? 58. Don's got more life experience than both of us.
Hey, let me worry about that.
Let me worry about that. I got your back.
I'm fighting an uphill battle. I'm the one banging my head up against the wall.
Why? Why would you do that? Why?
But I don't have I don't have a home waiting for a missing child. You know what I mean?
I don't have a home waiting for a missing child. I don't think Don does either.
Yeah.
I have the luxury of just being up here and being like, fuck all of you, you're
Nice.
assholes. You don't have that luxury.
But that won't get us nowhere. I mean, you know.
Well, then what are you worrying about it for?
Why are you worrying about it? Let me ask you that.
You know what I mean? You just said yourself, where's it getting us?
I'm conflicted because, you know, because we have to love everybody no matter what.
Amen, Don. Don, I'm on your side in this. I am on your side. You are the shining. You're the one shining in this conversation, and I never thought that would happen.
Even though they hate us, we still have to love them because that's what God tells us to do.
Amen,
that's why.
brother.
Listen, man, I know that I respect your religious beliefs, and I'm not trying to challenge them at all. But you can't tell
But I'm gonna
me that the principles that I have set for myself to be a better person since I hit rock bottom are in any way contradictory to your beliefs, because they're not.
Okay,
just because I don't put the word God in that, it's not contradictory to what you believe.
Well,
we believe in the same thing.
Let's put it this way. We have to be wise as a serpent, but gentle as a dove.
All right, Don. I gave you way too much credit. Now it's even again. The conversation's back to even. I'm sorry.
That's hard to do, bro. It is. It's so hard.
So where's the wisdom? Where's the wisdom in going on every fucking YouTube channel?
Yeah, he definitely, and he does like to insult the masses of people that don't agree with him. He calls everybody stupid that doesn't think the way he thinks. I'm so glad that I don't think the way that he thinks.
And trying to defend yourself against these serpents who are always trying to suck your blood.
Whose panel is he on?
I know. And that's what I've been trying to understand myself. I get it. And I'm aggravated too.
William, you have no logical ground to fight this battle anymore. You are a tragedy pimp. You're everything that you call everybody else. It's glaringly obvious to everybody. And you're dumb.
I totally understand. I know.
And I'm sorry to come down on you the way that I have.
You're good. You're good.
Let's hug it out.
Never thought in 1,000 years that I would come down on the parent of a missing child, because I do believe.
Never thought in 1,000 years. What's the life expectancy of people that smoke cigarettes? What is it, like 60?
I do believe you, mister, with all your heart. I do believe that.
This is important stuff to be talking about, because I'm trying to understand it myself. And this is something I think about 24/7. It just drives me crazy, to be honest with you. So I'm glad that you're bringing it. You're bringing the truth, and this is something that needs to be talked about. And I appreciate that.
Awesome. He appreciates it. Haunting Haley says it's just kind of funny how he's playing moral police, but this guy's literally supported Michael Long. Yeah, I think he should stay away from child cases. Yeah, that's what he says to us too. Stand down, Sergeant Doofus.
It's crazy, But hey, we're all human, and we're in this fight in this world together, and we got to love each other.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I was just being a brat to the glare.
There's a lot of horrific things that happen in this world every day, and we're lucky. We're not
And by the way, Tragedy Pimp is like the most boring.
in Ukraine
ever.
or something or whatever, you know, it could be totally worse. We're fortunate. I don't know what situation my daughter's in right now. I have no clue. I don't know.
And
But
That's
I mean,
I know it's easier said than done, because I can't imagine being in your position. But in theory, because I can't, like I said, I'm not in your position. I've never been in your position.
you've said that like 7 times. We get it, dude. You don't have a missing daughter. And I don't know. I don't think that you've had children removed from your house. And, you know, I don't know. Nor do I care, by the way, if you have or haven't. I'm only criticizing you and critiquing you off of the things that you're talking about on YouTube. I got no interest in your personal life.
But I have been in a position where I had to fight for my own kid.
at least you're open-minded.
And the only thing that I could do was just do what I needed to do to create a home that was fit for him to come home to. And I still failed.
Yeah.
I still failed. But I fucking fought tooth and nail.
Yeah.
You know?
That's all we can do, and that's what we've been doing.
I disagree.
I mean, I have a really good job here, but I haven't been to work. I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I literally cannot walk right now.
Don, hide this file in your butt. We're gonna break out of here.
I'm just hoping and praying by Monday that I'm gonna have to do it. Somehow I've got to go back to work Monday. I got to. I just hope I can do it.
I mean, if
I don't have a choice.
You'll find a way. You will. You're 58 years old, you said, right?
Yes, sir.
You will find a way.
What does that matter how old he is?
To put food on your table, to keep a roof over your head. And that's step number one. You already have a roof over your head. You said the last time we spoke, you said you had all your bills caught up. That means that you're not in the worst place that you could be. Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank God, you know, all my bills are caught up. But I will admit one thing to you. I'm not in control of my life at all. But I know that God has the power, and you mark my words, so I'm going to say this on your live, that God has,
this is what I found extremely interesting about the conversation.
Man, honestly, I'm scared to death that I don't know what's going to happen next.
Am I reading that wrong? Like, I don't know, like if that means as much to other people as it does to me. For some reason, that was a weird thing for him to say, because he's always been pretty confident about what he's said when it comes to down the road or whatever.
But I do know that God is in control, and he has all power because he's God. And so let's just see what happens.
I think that God blesses us.
Yes.
Who take accountability.
Right. Of course.
And I mean, because I
God blesses us who take accountability.
Feel that those are more like
God doesn't want any part of this conversation.
Likely blessed for taking accountability and doing what needs to be done, and praying for wisdom on how to deal with things, rather than praying for God to solve our problems for us.
It's funny, and I'll do this, like, and then they'll come back and be like, you effing idiot, you know, dummy, smart ass, you know, I don't know. It'll be hilarious.
Absolutely. I mean,
that's what I believe.
Sorry, Will.
Yeah. When David slept with Bathsheba.
Oh no, David. Not David again.
And sent that man, her husband, to the front lines to be killed. He messed up big time. But you know, he achieved forgiveness though, because he felt so bad and asked God to forgive him. And
David learned
forgiven.
wisdom, and Solomon was
Yes.
David's. Solomon is known as the king of wisdom.
Yep.
Right?
It's actually true.
Yes, sir.
But it's pretty common knowledge.
All we can do, the best thing we can do is pray for wisdom. That makes us the strongest,
right.
is to pray for wisdom, in my
Yes.
opinion.
Well, I would pray for a new vocabulary, because like I'm not anti-cussing. I'm really not. I'm not even anti-F word, but good Lord. I mean, we are talking about a little kid here.
Yep,
That's my
right.
opinion. That's my belief.
Well, absolutely.
So I feel that that's a foolproof way of
Yeah,
of
me
making
too.
plans and getting things done, that where you partner with God, not so much
Yes.
depend on God. God
Right.
wants partners,
Yes,
not
sir.
not so much
Yes, sir.
people that he can control and rule over and puppet master. That's not God. That's not the God
No.
I want to believe in. The
Well,
God I want to
no.
believe in says, hey, this is what you got to do.
Yep.
Get it done.
Yeah. I mean, God. Yeah.
And if you get in trouble, ask me for more wisdom.
Yeah.
And it might not be
right.
what you want to hear, but I'm going to be here to help guide you. God's not here to solve our problems. God's here to help guide us. God is a part of every little thing, from the carpet in your, and the dirt in the ground under the carpet, to the roof over your head, to the sky up above.
I mean, he's changing Don's life in front of our eyes. I mean, this talk couldn't have been more inspirational.
Of God is all.
I mean, I'm feeling, even though I felt like this guy, wasn't that nice to me, he's really inspiring me to literally never listen to another word that he says again, because he's a half-wit at best.
All of those things,
But he
in my belief.
But he has solved problems for people before, like unbelievable stuff that he's done. So he does do that too.
Yeah, but I mean, is God a guide or a genie in a bottle that you rub the lamp and hope that he pops out and get wishes from?
I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub me the right way.
He just wants us to be his friend and trust in him, and that's so awesome.
I don't know, Chase. I don't know if it's the dumbest, most moronic conversation I've ever heard, but it's like top 20, top 10, probably.
Just all he wants.
I love God because I believe God believes in me.
He's just talking to hear himself talk. Like, he says stuff, hopefully something good comes out of it. Like, I believe in God because cheese and crackers. Ah, shit.
Yeah, that's right.
I believe in God because we got an understanding. Like, he believes in me to do the right thing.
Right. He told you that?
He believes in me to make choices, and that I'm going to I'm going to.
This sounds like a conversation of two drunks in a bar. I've heard this kind of conversation. God believes in you, and he believes in me too.
Put in just as much work as he's going to put in to me. He's not going to invest in something that is a waste. God wants to invest in us. In my opinion, that's what I believe. That's my personal belief.
Turn the chat off. Don't send me more super chats. Don, God loves us because he believes in me and he believes in you.
He wants us to trust him, and
I think that's
I believe a portion of it is, yes, but I haven't looked into it much.
Most logical way to get results.
Yep. Absolutely.
And Don's completely checked out of this conversation, which I can't blame him.
But anyways, I appreciate the time. I understand the aggravation. I've been so aggravated, and I totally understand it. I even understand the aggravation as far as Doug or JLR or any of them. You know,
Nice. I didn't catch any shrapnel on that one.
I get it, and I'm not going to talk bad about them. You know, so. But anyway, sir.
Like I said, let me
thank
do
you.
that.
Let me do that.
I enjoy it.
I
They
know.
suck.
I know.
You know,
Do we? Do we suck? It's not a fact. It's just an opinion, right?
but just
But
you
they
know,
but they are human, and we you know we got to think about them commandments. This is
if
love.
Summer's
love
Summer's
one
out there
another.
and she's okay and she just wants to come home to her daddy,
That ain't gonna happen.
what would Summer rather you be doing? Doing what I'm doing, or doing or
right.
just making sure that she's got a warm bed to come
Absolutely.
home to and a
Yes,
plate
sir.
of food waiting for her when she comes home.
I totally.
Which is the daddy role?
I agree
You know
with
what I
you,
mean?
sir. I agree with you, sir. Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he says, "You know what I mean," that means he's changed. Like that's his cue. You know what I mean? Bing. You know what I mean? Absolutely, brother.
Sir.
Let me
totally
be the
agree.
asshole.
Oh well, by all means, Glazer. By all means. What do they say? If the shoe fits, wear it.
I'm happy to do.
Okay, but don't get hurt, bro. Please.
That's my business, man.
What's your business? If you get hurt or not?
You know what I mean?
No.
He's just telling you to wear shoes in the house so you don't stub your toe, you dick.
But don't put yourself on the line to get
hey,
yourself hurt.
What about
You know?
David's army?
Oh my God.
All those mighty men of valor that fought for David's side. Every one of them's mentioned in the Bible. I think that is so cool. Them men were warriors.
Sure.
You know, and that's how heaven's army is. Same thing. That's why God loves David so much.
Amen.
And I think that's awesome.
What do you have to say about that, Glare?
Well, David's not the only one God loved in the Bible.
Well, right.
The lesson, the overall lesson in the Bible to me was that he loved all of us.
I wish I could argue with that, but I think that is true. I think that is for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever should believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Sounds about right.
Everyone in that.
For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord. Something like that.
Every main character and every side character and every story in the Bible, God favored. God favored them all.
Nah, he definitely didn't. He must have never heard about Sodom and Gomorrah. He definitely didn't favor those people. And then the story about the ark, you know, the Noah thing. You guys ever heard of that? Where he destroyed the earth. He also didn't really care much for. I don't think he cared much for the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Is that right?
I think
to some degree.
What it meant to me though is like we need to be warriors for what God's plan. You know,
enlighten us. What is God's plan?
Absolutely willing to die for God's plan.
And what's God's plan if he didn't give us free will? Isn't it all
free will?
Isn't it up to us to fulfill God's plan?
Yep. Yeah, we got to make that choice.
So where are you going with this? I mean, we really, really need to round this out here because none of this matters.
We got to make
God put that responsibility on us, did he not?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I feel like your personal responsibility is the same as mine, which is to fulfill,
to work, pay your taxes, take care of your kids, don't beat your wife.
Whatever my personal relationship is with God is to fulfill that as best as I can, meet him halfway. But I don't, I my life has improved vastly since I stopped blaming God or depending on God to solve my shit for me.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I once I stop doing that and I start looking at it like, you know what? I've been looking at this the wrong way. I'm just grateful to be in God's eyes, and I'm going to do the best I can and make God proud. That's what I chose to do.
We're
Good for you, buddy.
all lucky that we're
And my life has improved vastly since I started thinking that way.
Nice. I'd hate to think what it was like before.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anything else?
Trying, bro. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying.
Neither am I, man. Like, fuck, I'm the furthest thing from
this is how drunks talk to each other. Seriously.
Me too.
We're almost there.
I mean,
me too.
I know, and I get it. I know, man. But I mean,
I'm not perfect either, brother. I'm not perfect either. You're a good guy. You're a really good guy. I'm not perfect, and I know I never claim to be perfect. My life's better than it used to be.
Summer's out there somewhere. I gotta believe that, and
she definitely is out there somewhere.
Needs her dad to come home to. She needs.
That's not gonna happen.
She needs what her dad can do, not just like. You're not just you, Don. You're what you can do as well. You know what I mean? You're like, there's not just the Don being. There's the Don that can. And the things
this is a tough listen at this point, to be honest with you. And if you're still here, I appreciate you still being here, because we're headed to the finish line. This is tough.
Don can create and surround himself with and do that makes Don. You know what I mean? And that's what Summer is wanting to come home to.
Oh my God, dude.
I have to believe that.
And I appreciate that, sir. And I will try to keep my end of the bargain, like you said earlier.
Padlock, we're almost done.
And I will try my hardest, and I promise you guys that.
Awesome.
Right on, man.
I would rather listen to Don than the Glazer too.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For being honest with me.
What was he honest? Because he was mad at you?
And being straightforward. I appreciate it very much. Definitely do all I can to keep my end of that bargain, especially with God and you guys, you know. That's awesome.
What you do with God is your business, man.
Well,
you know?
No, it's y'all's business.
She doesn't want to talk about God anymore.
Business too.
It's not.
That's your business. Your relationship with God is a very personal thing, and that's your business. But I just want you to be able to move on with your life in peace and create a peaceful environment for yourself that Summer gets to come home to. That's what I care about.
Okay, and I will do that, sir. I will do that.
Don't do it. Yeah,
don't do it for me. Oh, don't worry. I won't do it for you. I won't do it for anybody.
We'll do that. No, that's cool. That's awesome.
It's awesome. It's great.
That sounds like a great plan, and that's what I'm gonna stick with.
Is he kissing Don's ass? Yes, he is. I said this on I believe Dolly's show last night, where I said that the glare was, you know, I think I used the term gurgling his sack or something like that, which is how I felt, and still kind of how I feel. And then that wretched old thing was like, made a video about me and Chris. Apparently I was the one that was gurgling Chris's sack, which I wasn't. But the thing about it is, even if I was, I'd much rather be on that guy, talking to that guy, like defending that Chris, than I would Don. That's just a tough thing to do.
All right, man. I
All right,
appreciate
brother.
you. Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Thank
Sorry
you.
for
No,
Sorry for boring the shit out of you.
no, it's
yelling
good.
and getting mad, man.
Sorry for talking in circles.
No, I get it. The
Sorry for
frustration.
being more of a drunk than you are.
Because this
totally-
I don't know if he's a drunk or not, to be honest.
it becomes an uphill battle feeling for me
Yeah.
too. I can't
Yes,
compare it
sir.
to you and what
No.
you've been going through, but I feel
Yeah,
like
no.
I feel like you lost
It feels like it a little bit.
yourself in
I did.
in all of
did.
this, you know,
I
and
did.
that's why I get
did.
worried, man, and I
I
just worry
did.
for Summer. That's all.
But God,
It shines through, brother. Your love light is shining so bright right now. I can't even. You turned off your chat for Dawn. You begged people not to super chat you, and somebody still did. You know, you did everything right, and I'm really sad that I didn't do it the way that you did it, because the way that you do it is so much better than the way that anybody's ever done it ever.
I'm stronger than that, and so
You're
that's
stronger than that, Dawn. You're strong.
You're stronger than that. You're stronger than that. Oh, I give it a kiss from a rose.
well.
You know, God and
Well, as a human being, as a
Oh my God. Come on,
human
guys.
being, every one of us actually deserve death.
Thank you, Don.
But
That came out of left field.
what Christ did on the cross and everything has made it possible for us all to achieve eternal life.
Right.
You know, and I'm still struggling. I'm still learning. You know, none of us deserve this, but Jesus made it possible for us. You know, and that's awesome.
I love when Don does. It's like Owen Wilson when he says wow, he go wow, and then Don does, it's awesome.
That's awesome. So I'm gonna keep my word with you.
Literally 12 hours later, he goes on Cher's husband's channel.
I
Good
appreciate
job, Will.
you guys and your chat and everybody out there, and God bless you all. I love you all very much, and I'll talk to you down the road. All right, brother?
yes, sir.
Okay, I'll keep in touch. Thank you very much.
Don't worry, don't worry about it. If you lose my number, it's okay.
Thanks for
keeping
joining me,
for
man.
keeping it real. Thank you,
dude. Thank you for keeping it real.
And again, I'm sorry for yelling at you. I didn't mean to yell at you.
I totally get
We're listening all the way through.
it, brother. God bless you all. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
You too, man.
All right.
I'll talk to you soon. You too, man. I'll talk to you soon. You too, man. I'm not really sure if that's how you sign off. Started church already.
Love you guys. All right, bye.
He said, I love you guys. We love you too. It's all love. Anyway, so there it was. I'm sick to my stomach. Well, wouldn't be the first show that I've ever done where somebody got sick to their stomach. This was the strangest trip I've ever been on. Who was that convo with? No words. You watching him cracks me up. Yeah, I think we should. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the super chats and stickers and the memberships and being here. Hit that like button for me. And I'm not here tomorrow, but Tuesday, back Tuesday with a double decker. We'll see what we can get into. We'll see if Brooks might show up. That was very painful. Thank you. Appreciate that. It was something. Everybody enjoy your Memorial Day. And we'll catch you next time, huh?